We're alive.
Yes.
We're back.
Finally.
We're back after way too long.
Yep. So long.
So long.
It's embarrassing.
It is a little bit, but it's okay.
And of course, technical difficulties on my end.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm pissing with shit. Okay. Alright, hold on, let me go back. Alright, I need to stop messing with stuff. Alright.
You're gonna be so pissed.
Oh, I saw. I already saw. I already saw, Alex. I already saw. Go ahead. Well, I don't want to wait any longer than we have to because we've been waiting for so long to do this.
Yep.
Shall we tell the folks what we're going to be talking about?
Please do. I'm
Okay.
so happy.
So we decided to start the new show, Hudson and Rex, which is a Canadian TV show.
And it's awesome.
It is awesome. So we're going to talk about it because I haven't seen anybody else talk about it. So I say, let's get to it. All right. So the episode we're going to be talking about today is season 1, episode 1, the pilot episode, which ironically is not called the pilot like normal
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's
TV shows are typically called.
Canada. Of course, it's gonna be weird.
I was in Canada for my 21st birthday. Well, that's how long it's been. I'm now legally old enough to drink.
That's funny.
Last time I wasn't,
I know.
but now I can. And who knows, you might end up telling stories at some point about what my first drinking experience was like. But
And I'm already giggling because I know what it was.
yeah, because I gave you the play-by-play.
Yep.
So anyway, this episode's called The Hunt. In brief summary of this episode, Charlie Hudson is a major crimes detective with the St. John's Police Department, whose partner is a German Shepherd named Rex. With the help of his team, forensics expert Sarah Trong, the intake specialist Jesse Mills, led by Superintendent Joe Donovan, they solve cases. In their latest case, Charlie witnesses a kidnapping and brings the team on board to find the girl and Rex. So this episode's directed by Allison Reed, and this episode was written by Ken Kupris. So a little bit like your name.
Oh man, I love this episode.
Yeah. So we start this episode with Charlie Hudson, who is played by John Reardon, who you may know from he was Prometheus on Supernatural.
It's going way
And
back.
you know how long it took me to figure that out?
It took me literally just a quick Google search of his name.
I had no idea.
And then I looked it up and I go, wait a minute. That's why his face looks so familiar. And he was I remember him from this movie called Love on the Sidelines. He's a football player. That's how I know him, and I'm like, wait a minute, that voice. And then I looked it up and I go, damn it. And then I immediately
Uh,
started laughing. I started laughing so hard, and I'm like, that's where I know you from.
football. Like, I don't know. I forgot he was in that.
Hmm. With Emily Keeney as his babysitter. I'm sorry, that's what she was, and he was a complete dick.
Aw,
But in this, he's just a big old softy when it comes
he's
to
fun.
Rex, and it's like,
He is, and
I
it's so
love
adorable.
that.
It's funny, and I'll probably bring this up again later. But like, you see this with Rex, and he's like, no, he's going on a run with Rex in this opening scene,
Mhm.
and just this woman goes up offering to pet Rex, but she pets him before Charlie actually gives the okay. Which,
Yeah.
as someone who works at an airport, because that's another new thing that's happened since then. I work at an airport.
You're
And
not
interact.
supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to pet dogs because most of them are probably service dogs.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to interact with unless the owner gives the okay.
Yeah.
There was one situation where I had to touch a service dog, but that was because I was performing a duty at another job I had. And I talked with the owner about it, gave her two options.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
unless you're in that situation, don't be messing with
I
service dogs.
always ask, even if it's
Mhm.
a police dog and they're off duty and they're with their handler, I always ask. 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes.
So
There was
at
one
the
time I got told no.
the recently they put the canines out at the airport I work at. So
Mhm.
it's just like the early morning shift. So I'm there at like 5 a.m. and have the dog out. They have the dogs out. And what was funny was I was watching this one dog and they're German short haired pointers. The dogs they have. Oh, beautiful dogs. And of course, they have the police vests on and do not pet because they're sniffing for explosives is what they're doing.
Mhm.
And I saw this one. He just kept bouncing up and down, like like he hadn't quite triggered like work mode yet, but like he was anticipating like
Yeah.
getting that trigger word. And I was just like, somebody put espresso in his puppuccino this morning.
Oh, man.
I ended up telling that to one of the dog handlers. It's like somebody put
That
espresso in his puppuccino, and they just laughed.
that's, like that's my new puppy. That's her to a T. That's Lily, like, seriously. And she's, like, big-eyed, staring up at you, and she's just, like, bouncing her paws, and she's like, "Come on, give me the damn treat already." And I go, "No." There was one time I told her no, and she looked at me, and she barked back at me. She backtalked me.
How dare she? And how
Yeah.
dare you for not giving her a treat?
Well, she was being a brat and wasn't listening to me. I was trying to get her
Okay, that's
to
fair.
cuddle up,
That's
and she wouldn't.
that's fair.
Now she's
There's
big.
there's another time, or it was the same day. The owner or the handler threw the dog or threw the toy, and the dog like ran into the freaking stanchion. That like, and it's like
Poor
he hit it
puppy.
good, but I was like, oh no. Like, I wanted to come over and, like, make sure the dog was okay, but, like, I didn't want to get in trouble for touching the police dog. Uh, it is kind of fun actually working alongside the dogs, I will say.
Yep.
And I'm
I I
hoping
I work with a therapy dog, and there was
uh
one day that, our
yeah,
certified
those
med aide, gave him the gave her dog the okay to come over and say hi, and he gave me a hug, AKA him leaning his fat body against my legs, and I immediately started bawling. I needed that hug so bad. So I bent down and gave him a hug.
oh, oh,
That
that
made
is
my
adorable.
that made my day so much better.
Um, guys, seriously, that's part of what I love working about at the airport is just seeing all the dogs. I've had some kitties come through the lane too.
Cute.
It's always so adorable because, like, I see one. It was like a little like teacup Yorkie that was like no bigger than my head.
That ain't a dog.
It was adorable. Okay.
Not a dog.
Yes, it is.
Not my definition of a dog.
It's
It bounces when it barks.
mean. That is mean.
Well, it's true.
Oh god. Back to the episode we're watching. Or we're talking about, not watching. Talking about. So Charlie's on a run with Rex. And this, cute little moment of like Rex, being pet and Charlie, smiling, looking at his fur son. We see a kidnapping.
Yep. It's
And
okay. What's weird about that? I wrote that technically Charlie's a witness to it. So technically he can't work the case because he saw it happen. Therefore,
okay, is that American police law or Canadian police law?
it's both. I looked it up. It's both.
Yeah,
Technically,
because
if you're a police officer, even off duty, if you witness a crime, you can't investigate it.
so Charlie shouldn't have had anything to do with this case then.
Yep. He would have been a witness.
I mean, it's TV. That's all I can say. Okay, that's all I can say.
True.
All I can say. But it is kind of cool how like Charlie sees the kidnapping happen, and then he yells like Rex, go, and Rex chases after the van as Charlie runs to keep up. Which I want to know how much stamina that boy has because in this like he's telling Rex that he's running like a 10K.
Hmm.
So I think they ran like 10 miles. It seems like,
Yep.
and then he sprinted. Not only did Rex sprint to get to the van, but Charlie sprinted in order to keep up with Rex as he was on the cell phone because he's calling it in. So, dirty thought came to mind. Dirty thought came to mind. I'm hiding my face. Get a spinny chair so I can hide. Did you not know I had a spinny chair?
Last time we did this, you didn't have a spinny chair.
Yeah, I did.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. I've always had a
Bullshit.
spinny chair. Yeah, I did. I just never spun in it. But now I got the space to spin because I'm in a new apartment that has a good kitchen.
Yeah, I just looked it up, and they can't legally work the case if they've witnessed a crime.
That's, I mean, I suppose that does make sense
Yep.
because, like, you don't want any argument saying that, like,
Oh, there's a conflict of interest because they witnessed something happening, so they might not recall what's going on.
or like, yeah,
Or there might be a bias or something.
yeah. But we're gonna ignore all that for the sake that it's fun
Yeah.
watching this.
But I will say I started laughing because I'm like, only Charlie would witness a crime while he's not even on duty yet.
Yeah, and this isn't even the first time that happens.
Yep.
Wait, hold on.
Funny.
Just so I, sure I don't accidentally spoil anything. What season and episode are you on? Like, have you watched all the episodes? Tim would live for Troyan.
PJ! No!
You do not need to be bringing up Tim Bradford.
but I mean, but fair.
That is fair, though.
I
Yeah,
know what you meant.
we both know what you meant, T. Right.
Damn it, now I'm broken.
So,
Oh,
but continue.
damn it, I'm blushing now.
For those who don't know, she's mentioned the rookie because there's a
Yep.
scene in the rookie where Tim Bradford is just watching a game, and there's a high speed chase that interrupts the game.
Newscast, and he goes, shit. And then he calls it in and he's like, hold on. And he
Like he
backs
calls
the fuck
for
out of
overtime.
his driveway and goes, put your hands up. That was
And then just pulls back in his driveway, watches the game.
right as the touchdown happened.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, back to the episode. This happens every freaking time. Back to the episode. So Van goes into a garage.
True.
That is true.
True.
So Van pulls into the garage, and Rex is actually kind of cool how they use the fact that, um, like specifically German Shepherds have really good hearing, and I think they actually demonstrate that throughout the series pretty good. How like Rex
Mhm.
has different because dogs can hear at different frequencies than human can.
A dog
Troy,
whistle.
you need to watch Hudson and Rex. It's good.
Yep.
Though I'll give you my way of watching it
I mean, I
because
have a German Shepherd, so.
yeah, you do. Hey, you do?
Mhm. An all black German Shepherd.
It is not on Netflix. I'll after this T, I'll show you. I know you want to see the puppy.
She's asleep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't need to be waking the puppies. But I'm looking to get a cat, which I know this is gonna be really. I'm looking to get a cat, and I promise if I get a cat, I'll bring her on bring him on stream. But you don't dare wake up a dog. Come on. Back to the episode. So Van pulls in the garage. Wreck chases it. They switch.
I'm glaring at you, TJ.
I'm just in the way.
Incoming! Boop.
Oh, you got
I am sorry.
what? Oh,
Yep, that's my German Shepherd.
George. Can I show the picture or
Sure. I don't care.
on the? Well, I don't. I just want to share the puppers. That's the puppers.
Yep. And her name is Abigail. As in Abigail Shuto.
Ah, NCIS.
She's super smart. I mean, I have chickens
Yeah,
named Bishop and Ziva. And Sophie.
All right, let's get.
Same.
What?
Chickens. I'm the crazy chicken lady.
Oh, Kate Bishop. Wait, no, Kate Bishop Marvel. God damn it.
Not
Kate.
yet.
Oh,
We have a Casey,
please.
a random ass chicken that just showed up one day.
Oh, what?
Literally.
Neat.
We have 7 chickens now instead of 6.
Forgot you had chicken. You showed me pictures of the chickens. How could I forget?
And remember, Sophie was up on my shoulder.
I remember. Wow, Troy. Wow. All right, we're moving on.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Dishonor.
Vehicles get switched out. Rex gets in the back. Or I think this. Yeah, this is when Rex gets in the back of the truck. They go off because cops are looking at the wrong vehicle.
Yep. But right before that happens, they switch cars
Yeah, they switched
to a
the
different
vehicles
colored van. I didn't notice that the first time I watched it, but rewatching it just now, I noticed that. I go, wait a second, hold on. And then meanwhile, it cuts to the bullpen, and oh, poor Charlie, he's like really worried.
He is like he's just missing Rex. But this is where we also meet Superintendent Joe Donovan, played by Kevin Hanchard. And we also meet Jesse Mills, played by Justin Kelly. And that's actually a pretty good musician.
And I remember my reaction when I found that out.
Oh yeah.
You broke me.
Did you listen to that? Did you listen to Scotch?
So good.
Doesn't it? It
And
feels a bit like
vibrate.
I told you it would.
I'm gonna listen to it after this again.
Seriously, I don't know how this happened. Or like how that works, but like listen to Scotch by its
Laugh at
entirety.
what? Be more
The
specific.
way when T commented that, wow, no Kate, and she was pew-pewed in the head. And we both started laughing.
Well, because it's kind of funny. and I actually didn't
Just
really
the way
like.
you said it, T. It's the way you
I
said it.
know, yeah, the way you said it, and I didn't really like Kate.
I haven't seen NCIS still, so I can't say anything. Yes, I know I watched 15 seasons of Supernatural. I could sit through 22 seasons of NCIS. I just anyways,
It's so good.
it is pretty good.
I've seen it way too many times.
Alright, back to the episode. So there's this moment where Charlie's looking at the bench where presumably Rex sits. It's kinda sad
I
because
almost started crying.
I know because you can see Tellie's like he's missing he's worried about Rex.
Yeah, he's like, "My buddy."
I know.
Sad.
Eh, but this is where we also meet forensics expert Sarah Trong, played by Makio Nguyen.
I love her.
I know, and I love them two together.
So
Chara.
in the beginning of this, when they bicker back and forth,
Yeah.
they kind of do it. And it's cute. It's cute.
Yeah. I
It,
love
re- it
because
it honestly reminds me of Nate and Sophie in the early seasons of Leverage.
oh yeah, except this is much healthier than whatever the fuck me and Sophie had going.
Exactly.
Look, don't get me wrong, that eventually became like
Somewhat
healthy.
good.
It was healthy in their own unique way,
True.
which is fine.
Mhm.
This is just cute. Like they kind of like banter, but like sorry, they
Don't
banter and
start
go back
that
and
shit.
forth. I'm sorry. Mm. There was a bike left behind after they were kidnapped. After the girl was kidnapped, so Sarah tells Charlie that there were one sets of prints on the bike, and the girls, which of course are not in the system, and the bike was traced to someone who had bought it but then sold it and or sold it at a
Girl,
yard sale.
mute the chat. Like I can hear it every time it goes off.
Oh no, I think that oh no. It's the Discord.
Yeah,
Sorry, let me
mute that, please.
yeah, let me how the fuck do I how do can I mute notifications? So do not disturb. Oh
Oh, that was
dude,
funny. She goes,
not
and TJ goes, "I caused chaos, and then my phone died."
yeah. Do not disturb.
My ears.
Okay. Okay, I think that should have turned it off. Or turned off
Good.
that sound. So uh sorry, where were we? Yeah. So Donovan gets a phone call. They found the van. So go to the van, no CTV in the parking garage. But Sarah finds a backpack in the back of the van with the school book, which will lead to the identity of the girl who was kidnapped.
Yep.
And we see Rex getting out of the truck, and he's at a house under construction on an island. I love how then we get the intro. So I like how the intro is just like clips of Charlie and Rex from like throughout the season.
Yeah. And my favorite one of the clips that keeps playing is Rex like kind of army crawling and Charlie's like kind of above
Army
him in the dress shirt with the
Uh,
sleeves rolled up.
I know what episode that's from
Yep.
too, or I remember what that's from, and we'll get to that when we get to that episode. But
But anytime he rolls his sleeves up, I melt. I
well,
become a
yeah,
puddle of
'cause
juice.
he has a thing for arms.
That is true.
I know.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh, well, that's going on. Let me. She. Why am I still getting that? Navigation settings. There we go. Okay. That should start the sound. Now I gotta wait for Lex to get back. Because I don't know what she's doing. But she'll be back in a minute. Yeah. You back, Lex? Wait, Lex. Oh no, what's happening? Ah, there you are. Everything good?
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to find one of my fidgets. I found it.
Alright. As long as you're good.
I need to mess with something. I'm starting to pick at my skin.
Okay. It's fine. Just wanted to make sure you were good. Alright, so after the episode, we find out from Jesse that the girl who's kidnapped's name is Evelyn Boonstra. And it's funny is Jesse is kind of like the awkward, I guess, dork, but like he becomes well, he's still a dork, but he becomes like a bit badass too later on.
True.
Alright, have you seen all of Hudson and Rex yet, or how far are you?
Middle of season 2.
You are so behind. But Jesse does become a little bit of a badass. So I'll tell you that. I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to spoil you. But Jesse makes a comment about not taking good school photos because he always blinked when the flash goes off. And I relate to that. You do too?
Yep. And there's one picture in my yearbook of us as a group for Riders Anonymous. I'm on the
Mhm.
second row, right in the middle, and you just see
Oh no.
I blinked both times because the flash is so bright.
I always looked high in my school photos.
I look cross-eyed in mine.
Oh no.
All except for my senior year. Because of one reason and one reason only. I had eye surgery to
Oh.
fix it.
I didn't know you had eye surgery.
Mhm.
Anyways, back to the episode again. So Jesse keeps giving more background by saying that Evelyn's father's name is lettered Budsha. Nothing in the system on him, so Charlie goes to his house. Or Charlie goes to Budsha's house. So Charlie goes in, announces himself, but no one's home. Charlie does some looking around, finds a gun safe that's disguised as a file cabinet, and one of the guns is missing. In evidence that someone left in a hurry, which, given the situation, is not good. Because, well, you don't need an angry guy with a gun.
I mean, it was like something's off here, actually. Like, you could
Yeah,
see it
it's
on his
like,
face. Something wasn't right in his mind. He's like, it's not adding up.
yeah, because like he sees the gun drawer, sees the one, and you can kind of tell by his face that like he
Like,
has two different images in his head. And they're not adding up.
yep. I mean, I immediately, when I watch this, I go, in my head, I'm thinking, come on, that's not right. Something's off.
Yeah,
And I didn't figure it out
and
until later.
yeah, but mom's like, well, that's not good because the only reason a gun would be missing and the door was unlocked
Yep.
too, because that was the first thing I think that set Charlie off was the door was unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
And then gun safe disguised as a file cabinet. Because most people have a gun safe, you know it's a gun safe.
Yep.
They don't try to hide their gun safe as a file cabinet. And we also find out later when Charlie's telling Donovan about like what he found, particularly about the guns. Donovan's kind of like dismissive at first. He's like, no, like I looked it up, like he has no guns registered at his name. That's also so.
That right there is the key in his name, so he could have used a false identity.
Or just didn't register him at all. Now, keep in mind, I don't know about Canadian gun laws, so everything I'm about to say, it's kind of out my ass. However, this is some things I've heard. Canadian gun laws much different than U.S. gun laws.
And they're actually, I've done a little bit of research comparing the two. They're a little bit more strict.
They're a lot. I thought they were a lot more strict.
Yeah, I mean, even you do a mental health eval, same here, but the only and a background check, and also fingerprint, and then on top of that, they do a deep dive into if you can actually afford it, and if you're connected to anyone that
Would
not
use the gun for malicious
yeah.
purposes.
Yeah. or if you have
Okay.
any gang affiliations or anything like that in your friend
Oh,
group.
that makes sense.
Like they really
Principal.
dig up your backstory, like your yeah.
Yeah.
But here it's fingerprints and a background check, like
Yeah.
that.
Eh. But yeah, background check and fingerprints, I think, is what they use in the US.
Hmm.
However, in the US, there's some called ghost guns,
Yeah,
which
which
are
don't
gun.
have a they don't have a serial number or anything like that that can be traced.
Yeah. Now, personally, I don't agree with ghost guns because they're really sketchy. It's super easy for people to use them to get away with bad shit, and there's no way they can trace them. At least if you have guns with serial numbers, they can be traced so you can find out who owned the gun. That's just my personal thing. No issues if people have guns, but at least that's a whole separate conversation.
Yeah,
However, it is suspicious that Boonstra would have unregistered guns in his home when he has no priors
yeah. Well, at this moment that they know of. That's the
that
key.
they know of. Good point.
Yeah.
That they know of.
And I want to know what the serial numbers look like on Canadian guns versus American. I don't know why, but that just popped into my
Imagine
mind. I
they
want to know what
can
that looks
look
like.
different. I don't
I'm going
know.
to look it up because I'm curious now. My curiosity's got the better of me.
Yeah.
'Cause why the hell not?
Yeah. Also Boonstra had like 5 different guns in the gun safe,
I think,
which
and then there was a space for actually a sixth one, and that one was missing.
yeah, so
There
there
were six slots.
which is kind of a lot even for someone in the US.
Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah,
like
there were
that's
six slots, and then
nuts.
it was the fifth one that was missing. And
Yeah.
Charlie kind of looked at it, and then kind of leaned closer and looked at it. And he's like,
Yeah,
"That's not
because
right."
the yeah, yeah. Majority of the people in the US, they have or majority of owners in the US, I should say, have a handgun and maybe a hunting rifle and maybe like 2 handguns if one's like a like family heirloom kind of thing or if there's like multiple people in the household kind of thing. But I don't know very many people who have 6 guns in the US. So that's also something that draws a red flag because why do you need 6 guns if it's just you and your daughter?
Exactly.
You know, just one handgun, maybe a hunting rifle if you're a hunter is all
Well,
you need.
I mean, up in Canada, that's kind of like a
Yeah, you
necessary
can't
thing to
nowhere.
have. Even in like the cities and stuff, they have a hunting rifle because moose.
Yeah, yeah. Just like if you're a hunter, though, like you would have a
Yeah.
hunting rifle, maybe a
Or a
handgun.
rifle of some sort, and then like maybe a handgun or two.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
like a
you're not
mini
gonna have
arsenal.
6 guns. You're not gonna have 6 guns if you just live by yourself with your daughter.
Yeah.
Is the point I'm getting? So that's odd. And so carrying on, Jesse has CCTV footage, shows them to Charlie and Donovan, and this is when they find the van, and they also identify one of the kidnappers, Amy Nunzio. He works for a guy named Rupert Mankiewicz, and his MO is basically finding troubled young people. and
Eh,
employ him.
not sketchy at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it is sketchy. And basically, this dude is like, he's like a trafficker, does barely any time, but has a long rap sheet. And they also identified the other guy who kidnapped Evelyn as Mickey Dolan. So Charlie concludes either they went rogue or Makowitz ordered the abduction. And that's the more logical one, given that Makowitz is currently being held in a jail or in jail without bail while they wait for his preliminary hearing on a double homicide. And that was the next day. So the events are connected. And the first theory that they come up with is that Makowitz had Bunch's daughter kidnapped in order to have Bunch forget what happened to that he's testifying against. So Charlie talks to Makowitz.
That failed.
Yeah. But this is actually kind of an interesting scene because you see like a much different side of Charlie when he's like interrogating a suspect. And like his interrogating Makowitz, he becomes like harder to read.
Mhm.
Also, you see this moment when Ida Makowitz is playing off like, I don't know what you're talking about. But Charlie gets him good enough that, well, I don't know if Makowitz purposefully let this slip or if he
No,
did it on
it wasn't intentional. Because after he says what he did, watch his eyes. His eyes shifted. He goes, "Oh shit!"
This is funny after because he says about Evelyn Boonstra, I know nothing about that. And you
Mm-hmm.
see Charlie got up to the door and you see him kind of like smirking a bit. And he's like, I never said her name was Evelyn.
Yep.
And that's the moment when like you realize
Yeah, you can see it in his eyes. You can tell.
he's played too many of his cards at once.
Yep.
Which is kind of my poker strategy, is what Charlie did. Just let everybody play their hands and then kick their asses later. No, when I used to play poker, that's what I do. I just kept calling and would beat everybody
I
because I just
mean,
and then
I
everyone
mean,
else would get
when
taken
I've played
out.
poker, I've only played poker once, and everybody's got to tell if they have a good hand or not. It's all about reading people, and Charlie knows how to read people,
He does.
and it's scary as hell,
It is.
but also very hot at the same time. I
This is one
mean,
of the sure like he's soft when it comes to like Rex and especially like children and Sarah. But you get him interrogating a suspect or like one of the people he cares about is in danger.
mhm.
He like flips the switch so bad.
Yeah, he goes from calm, cool, and collected to feral immediately. Like, I'm gonna hurt you.
Oh, you'll there's I'll go ahead and say this. There's an episode in season 6 where Charlie's in prison undercover and he calls Sarah in the middle. There's one scene I know you're gonna react very strongly to. Mostly because of what he says when he's on the phone. And you'll know what I mean when you get to that episode. And I want to know about it when you do.
Oh God.
Because I'm betting I know what your reaction is going to be. So
I hate you.
I'm
You tease me.
sorry.
You did this with leverage.
I did,
Damn
didn't
it,
I?
woman.
I'm sorry. I'm back to the episode. So we go back to the island. Evelyn's trying to escape, and Rex is trying to or Rex is just sitting on the grass. My note is Rex is sitting on the grass like the good boy he is.
He's so cute.
He's a good boy.
Of course he is. He's gonna be bribed with food. Every scene.
Um, yeah, it's how
Also, a little bit of a
probably
fun fact about Johnny Boy and Diesel. He had roast beef in his pockets in the early episodes to get Rex to be near him, and
oh,
see it. And then when they do the up here, he had it in his hand.
that's awesome.
Yeah, because I can tell when he has something in his hand because of how Diesel reacted to it. It makes me giggle now every time I watch it.
That's I remember reading something how in the movie John Wick when the dog wakes John up,
Mm-hmm.
but in his face
Mm-hmm.
or something that they put bacon grease or something on his face so the dog would go up and lick his face.
That's funny.
Though Keanu Reeves is cute enough, I don't think they needed
True.
bacon grease.
That makes me
That
giggle
tells you
now.
a lot
That's funny.
So back to episode Rex goes searching and Amy walks in with a sandwich for Evelyn in a warning to behave. However, when Evelyn mentions the dog, Amy kind of freaks out, which I think cues Evelyn to know that the dog has nothing to do with Amy or what situation she's in.
Yeah, she kind of. It was kind of a little bit of a panic thing.
Yeah, what dog? And immediately grabs the gun that's in her waist. So back to the station, Sarah and Charlie meet up. Sarah fills them in now that they've finished the forensics. And they got done with what?
I can hear every time your freaking thing goes off.
I thought I turned it off. God damn it. What? Hold on. I thought I turned this off. How do I notification settings? How I don't know how. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so Vegas, so Sarah and Charlie meet up to discuss the forensics that she got done with the prints from Boonch's place. And what's interesting is Boonch's prints match an unsolved hit job crime that is linked to several hits over the last 10 years that had ended 16 years ago. So doing the time, because at this point they conclude that Evelyn's around 16 years old. And Charlie puts together that Boonstra was a hitman who left the life after Evelyn was born.
Oh.
But that's not the only thing that Charlie realizes. And Charlie realizes that they got a bigger problem because Boon's just going to kill somebody.
Yep. And again, class acting on John's part here. His facial expression is like, oh shit, we're
Yeah, like
screwed.
like
We have to
brother.
stop her dad from killing our son.
Yeah, because also like you put the first piece together that like Winslow was a hitman, and then like as the more he's talking about it, he's like, oh crap! Like now we have another problem. Like we have to figure out who Boone's just gonna kill, because like that's the whole other shit. Like, not only do we got to find Evelyn, but we got to figure out who like Boonshaw was hired to kill. And we see them. It cuts to Rex trying to get into the uh, the house to try to comfort Evelyn.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of points a little bit with her hands away for him to get in.
Yeah. Why am I still hearing dings?
Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
I'm sorry. I don't know why the dings keep going off. I didn't have this issue before. Let me try that.
Better work.
I haven't had this issue before. So, um, so at the station, Charlie meets with Donovan in his office, and they confirm that there is a star witness who could put Makowitz away for years, but they don't have the name. However, they assume Boonsha does, and that's who Boonsha is basically going to kill.
Yep.
The thing that's confusing him is why they're making everything so complicated. Like if Boonsha said no to the job, then why like kidnap his daughter to get him to do the job? Why not make everything simpler by just hiring somebody else to do the job if they're trying to take out a witness? But Charlie's upset about this whole thing because they're running out of time. And so Charlie comes up with the idea to try and reach out to Boonsha while Donovan calls the Crown Attorney's office to find out if they can get a name for the witness and warn them about the hit. So we see Charlie's house next. And I must say it's a really nice place. And he has a motorcycle inside that like he's working on.
I'm like, in my head when I first watched this episode, I go, how the fuck did you get that inside?
I don't know.
Because there's no ramp or anything for him to like wheel it in or anything like that. I'm like, how the fuck?
Did he just lug it?
It's confusing.
Did he just lug it, or is there like a garage that we just didn't see and like he took it through the garage?
Maybe. It's kind of it's like Gibbs in the damn boat.
Well, didn't. Oh yeah, because didn't he build the boat? Like it wasn't like he, like put the boat. How did it get the boat out though? Because obviously, like, going in, he just had, like, pieces of wood.
Yep. And we never
But
figure out how he gets it out of the basement. We we never figure out how Charlie gets the motorcycle out of his house.
yeah. So, in Charlie's house, there's also a big dog bag for Rex, and Charlie sets his gun on the counter along with, like, his badge and stuff.
Keep hearing the damn noise.
I'm sorry, I don't know why. It's coming up. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Um, and you could see, like, Charlie's kind of sulking because, he's missing Rex. But this is where Charlie kind of messes up because Boonstra is goes in his house as Rex or as Charlie is going to the fridge. He Boonstra walks in, is able to just grab Charlie's gun and point it at him.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry, Charlie, but you should know better than that.
Yeah. I'm like, you're a trained law enforcement officer. You should know better.
Yeah, like, you know better, Charlie. But
And
luckily, though,
I also noticed after he picked up the gun, he was holding something in his other hand. I noticed it right away.
which we're about to see what it is. So, through this conversation that Charlie and Boonstra have, we find out that Boonstra did, in fact, work as a hitman for Makowitz. And he did get out of life because of Evelyn.
Aw. That's cute.
And it's literally the only reason he's doing this is so he can get his daughter back. However, Charlie is able to talk Boonstra down and is able to convince him that if he can get Evelyn back, then he'll call off the hit. Because Charlie asks him, like, if I get back Evelyn, if I get your daughter back, will you call off the hit? And he says, in a heartbeat. So he doesn't actually want to do this
Kill.
hit. He's doing
Yeah.
it for Evelyn. And I don't know why the noise keeps playing. I'm sorry.
It's really starting to piss me off.
I'm sorry. Maybe if I just turn notifications off. Let's just do that. So, Boonstra then asks Charlie if he's going to follow him if he leaves. Charlie says yes. And instead of shooting Charlie with his own gun, Boonstra shoots him in the back with the trank dart, which knocks Charlie out and he falls on the dog bed.
But
Which, I'm not gonna lie, is a little funny.
the way
That
that he fell was hilarious. You have no idea how many times I replayed that part.
Charlie falling on the dog bed. I
Yeah,
don't know why it's just
his arm just goes like bleh, and he just.
Yeah.
I want to know if he missed the mat. that was there in place of the dog bed when they actually shot the scene where he fell. There's a stunt mat.
I'm wondering if they just used the dog bed.
No, that would have had no padding whatsoever. But I
Nope.
want to know if there's a blooper of him falling and missing the mat and hitting the floor.
Oh, I don't know. I've never been able to find
Damn it, Perry!
Harry.
Shit!
Yeah,
First
Harry.
TJW
You
broke me.
know. Hey. Oh God. All right, let's carry on. Let's carry on. So
Anyway,
now, next day. So Rex sees the fact that Mickey left the door open to take a phone call to get inside the house. It's so glad you're just so filled with joy.
shut up, Perry.
And Rex is just whining because he misses his dad.
Wanted to give him a hug.
I know. So Charlie goes back to the prison to see Mankiewicz, and basically through their conversation, they find out it's because Boonstra was considered the best, and that's who Mankiewicz wanted was the best. And he also threatens to look into Charlie once he's out. And so this scene here, so back at the island, Amy unlocks the room that Evelyn is being held in to, give her another sandwich. However, Rex goes up and starts barking to distract Amy. It was funny. She unlocks the door and she's like, "Good doggy, good doggy, you dead doggy."
I like the fact that like in her voice you can hear how panicked she is because she does not like dogs
Yeah,
at all.
yeah. Well, that, but she also realizes just how fucked she is.
Hmm.
It's like there's this random dog. So she chases Rex, leaving the door unlocked,
Dumbass.
which allows Evelyn to escape, and Rex also escapes. And Amy is not happy that she fucked up.
Because she realizes that her partner is going to be pissed at her.
Yeah. And Nick Woods too.
Of course.
Yeah. So back at the station, Donna reveals that they're not going to that the crown attorney's office is not going to pause the trial. And because the show must go on. However, Charlie decides that they should recreate the handoff to draw Boonstra out, which is a plan that Donovan can get behind to
Yeah.
give to the crown attorney. And Jesse also reveals that he found Rex, and he was able to use the fact that Rex was in the back of the truck in order to find where they went. And this is also where they discover where they went to, which was the pier. So now they're like, the only reason to go to the pier is the ferry. Oh shit.
Yep.
Because that means now they're on an island somewhere. And they can't get the Coast Guard because it's, basically an abandoned island. So anybody on the island is going to be suspicious of Coast Guard ships. Uh,
Coming
boating around.
but coming within view of if there's like a house or something there.
Yeah. So Charlie decides to hire an old fishing trawler that they're
Smart.
essentially going to, yeah, that they're going to load up with undercover cops, as well as Sarah and her team.
Yep.
Which, yeah, that is pretty smart because the
No one's
fishing
gonna
trawler
second guessing
is
a fishing
just
trawler
an
out there.
idiot fisherman.
Yeah, they're not gonna bat an eye to seeing that.
Now they're just going to assume it's some idiot fisherman who's just getting a bit too close to shore and will move on.
Yep.
Not not a Coast Guard ship loaded with undercover cops. And so once they get the boat moving, we get Doc's story as we figure out the story of how Charlie and Rex met and how Rex became his partner in major crimes. So
And that kinda made me
basically,
cry a little bit.
yeah, so how the story goes is Charlie was called to the scene after Rex's canine handler was killed in the line of duty. And Rex wouldn't let anyone near her body, but Charlie was the one who talked him down and was able to, get him away. And so he took Rex home with him and to also kind of save Rex from being euthanized. Because according to what he tells Sarah, if a canine dog's not claimed, they get euthanized. So he's also saving Rex from that.
Yeah.
And Donovan saw the potential and made Rex his partner in major crimes. Now it was the start of a beautiful friendship. As they say, I think, is it Casablanca?
Yep,
It's
I think.
Casablanca, yeah.
Ugh.
But Jesse interrupts story time to give them the location of the island. So
But when
they
that happened, the look on Charlie's face, he goes, "Oh, I have to go back to work now. Damn it!"
so Evelyn meets back at the island. Evelyn meets back up with Rex and protects her from Amy and then helps her hide in between a wall. And we see back at the station, Jesse figures out the building that Boonstra will post up at. And Charlie and Sarah go to the house. And Boonstra is putting together a sniper rifle. So we get to the recreation of the handoff. It goes wrong. This Boonstra doesn't show. And very quickly, like, not only do they realize something's wrong, but they realize, or Donovan calls and finds out that they gave him a false location. So now they have to go to the real location quickly before Booster kills the witness. So Charlie and Sarah find the house. They go in, find a bloody plank from when Amy got hit by Evelyn in her escape. Amy shows up pointing a gun at him. And Charlie kind of sets his gun down and, is trying to talk her down, but like she's about to shoot Sarah. And so Charlie steps in front of her, which is kind of sexy, I'm not going to lie.
And
I have issues. Don't judge me. Though the coolest scene, I haven't seen this done really in anything featuring, dogs as partners. But Rex tackles Amy. It's when you can see Charlie
oh,
look when he hears
whoa.
the taps on the floor.
Yeah, he watches it happen and then just kind of leans back like, what?
Yeah. So with her on the ground, she lets go of the gun, which allows Sarah to pick it up,
Yep.
and she's just right in, like, drop your weapon, like, God damn, Sarah. That was so badass.
Yep. And you can see like a little bit of a prideful smirk on Charlie's face. Just like a hint
I
of like
know.
pride. He's like, I'm
Oh
impressed.
yeah, I was so pride. I was so pride. And we get Charlie and Rex reuniting. And it's adorable because he's petting Rex and he's like,
So cute.
I miss hi buddy. Or pal, I think it's what he calls him.
Yep. Got so many nicknames for him. It's so
I
cute.
know. Partner. But however, reunion gets cut short as Rex hears Evelyn and Mickey. So he runs off. Charlie follows him. And and you could kind of tell that Rex is itching for his trigger word because he keeps like barking and like lunging forward,
Yep.
which is usually a signal that
It's like, come on, let me at him. Let me at him.
that's exactly like if Rex spoke words,
He's like,
that's
come on.
what he's saying. Like, let me at him, Dad, let me at him. And this all kind of happens simultaneously, but we get a shot of Donovan and Jesse arriving at the actual location. And this is when Donovan tells Jesse to hide and stay put and to call to get back up, which is what Jesse does. While Donovan goes off to meet with the SWAT team or the Canadian equivalent of a SWAT team.
Pretty much.
I don't know if that's what they call him. A SWAT team in Canada. Tactical team.
Yeah, I think that's what they in later episodes they refer to it as the
Tactical team.
tactical team. I was I honestly was half expecting the Mounties to show up.
Mounties. That was the funniest bit ever in Leverage. Redemption. That was the funniest thing they could have done.
Yep.
Like out of all the bad guys that group of thieves had dealt with, and all the powerful people on their asses, and the one group that causes them to legit change the plan is goddamn Mounties. No, I'm serious. If you think about it, with Moreau, they did not change the plan. They kept the plan. Even when all the shit went down, they kept the plan.
Yep.
And only went after Like, his whole point was to go after Moreau. They did kind of detour a bit, but they got the plan. Freaking Mounties, they have to change the whole damn plan. Like, I find
Okay,
that funny. I'm sorry.
okay, here's a hypothetical. If you had to go up
Okay.
against Charlie being pissed or the Mounties, who would you rather face?
Depends. I mean, I don't know. It's
I'd
like
I'd pick
Mounties, I
I'd
feel
pick
like
yeah, I'd pick the Mounties.
I picked, yeah, because at least the Mounties, like, they have like rules that they would follow.
Exactly.
Like, you'd expect it from the Mounties. A pissed off Charlie Hudson?
Mm,
That's scary.
yep. It's like a pissed off Gibbs.
Oh, you're dead if you do deal with that. Except if you're Abby, Tony, or Mickey.
Yeah.
But anyways, so back to the episode. So this is why self-defense is important, because what Evelyn bites Mickey's hand, and because he instinctively like pulls back,
Mhm.
she drops down from having to bend down to bite her or bite him, which allows Charlie to shoot him in the shoulder
Yep.
to get him down and saving Evelyn. However, like, Evelyn does thank him. However, Charlie very quickly is like, "You need to call your dad." Like, yeah, you're welcome, but you need to call your dad. So he hands her his phone, and we see this at the safe house. Jesse, he realizes that, you know, they don't have time for anybody, so he runs out yelling for them to like get back inside. Right as Boonstra pulls the trigger,
Yep.
shooting Jesse in the vest.
Ow.
Which, just because it's a bulletproof vest does not mean it don't hurt like hell.
Yep, and he might have a cracked rib or two.
And a good old bruise there.
Yep.
So he goes down, but it's kind of sad because Boonstra fires the shot, hitting Jesse in the vest. He gets the call from his daughter. He knows she's safe, and you can see him like crying because now it's over. And he didn't. I think he knew he hit Jesse in the vest.
He had an
So like,
idea.
I
Didn't
think, but I
sure.
think the relief is like, okay, my daughter's safe. This is over. Like, the worst of it's over.
Well,
And
it's a mix of that and also, shit, I just shot at a cop.
yeah, that too. But I think that's more the least of his worries at the moment.
Yeah.
So Jesse gets to the hospital. He gets knocked out. And Charlie gets the call saying that Jesse had been shot. and agrees to help Evelyn to go see her dad because that's all she wants. Is like, I want to see my dad.
Yep.
It's like, we'll get you to the island and we'll arrange it. It's cute. Is like Evelyn's petting Rex. He's just sitting there, and she's like, "You two saved the dog saved my life. I don't even know his name." And Chugga-san is like, "Oh, he's not my dog. He's my partner."
Oh man, the count of how many times he's had to say that in this show.
Partner. We need to do a counter.
Way too damn many.
Yeah, it's cute though. It's cute though. It is my partner. Or later, it's like, "Come on, partner." So go to the hospital. Jesse's alive, but he's hurting.
Hold on a second.
Okay. So we got a situation. I don't know what Alex is doing. Good.
My
Honey,
dog.
Oh.
They got locked in the bathroom.
Oh. Oh no.
Yep.
Is he good?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Wait, how did he get locked in the bathroom?
Oh, the door wasn't all the way open.
Oh.
I could hear them whining.
Oh no. So back to the episode. We go to the hospital. Jesse's alive, but he's hurting pretty good.
Of course, he
It
got
was
shot in the chest,
He
and
did.
it hurts. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been shot by an airsoft rifle. Don't
Why?
ask. Don't ask.
Okay. I
I'll
will
tell you
later.
later. I'll tell you later. It's gonna be embarrassing. I don't want that on the podcast.
Okay. But it is kind of adorable how like Donovan goes all like Papa Bear mode when it comes to Jesse.
It's cute.
Because Donovan's like, "I told you to stay put. And you got shot." Just like, "I'm sorry, sir." And then Donovan is like, "But you saved the life of that witness. And I'm proud of you." And Charlie, Sarah, and Rex go to visit. It's kind of adorable because like Rex puts his paws up on Jesse.
Yep. Right on where he got shot in the chest. Just with the vest, and there's a bruise probably.
And it's
And he
funny is
immediately winces. He's like, "Ow!"
yeah, but Jesse's like, "There's nothing like the love of a dog to cure pain." And what's funny is Sarah's like, "You sure about that?" Jesse's like, "No, I need painkillers."
Oh, and the delivery of that line was freaking funny as hell.
It was. Because he's being like sarcastic and funny. And then it's like, "No, I'm actually in incredible pain right now. Get me painkillers."
Yep. And I honestly think that John laughing was not like intended. He was only supposed to like smile, I think, but he ended up laughing
Oh.
because of how like the way that he said it was
It
perfect.
was just funny. The way you said it. I'm also I don't know. I wonder if Diesel like I wonder
Like,
how much stuff
wait,
Diesel does. Yeah, I know I need to fix it, Perry.
damn it. Thank you.
Need to I will fix it. Um, why did I just blank? Um, I wonder how much stuff though that happens.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, I'll get a new one later. Um, I've wondered how much though of the stuff that Diesel does is just Diesel being Diesel.
Quite a bit, I would assume.
That's our friend Troy and Perry. Yeah, because it's not like you can like train the dog very well, and you can Troyan, yeah. Oh my, I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring that.
I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, like Diesel is a very highly trained actor, but like he's still a dog.
Of course.
So I still think it would be adorable and fun to work with Diesel. Um, so after that scene, we go back to the station. Charlie is getting a cup of coffee and gets an update about from Donovan about the search for Boonstra and where Evelyn is as she's with child services. However, Charlie gets a call from Boonstra and
That ain't the case.
yeah, he gets the calls from Boonstra and quickly realizes that Boonstra has Evelyn and that he's long gone.
Yep.
And he's kind of upset because he's like, is this really like the life you want for your daughter? And there's nothing really that Charlie can do. He just kind of has to hope that Make Woods doesn't go after him.
Yeah, you can't really help those who don't want to be protected.
That is true. And I mean, Boonsha knows what he's doing, so it's not like there are worse situations, but having to be on the run isn't exactly the best. However, at least Boonsha can control all the variables. So I guess in his mind, that could be the better solution is being able to control all the variables. And this final scene is actually really cute because we go back to Charlie's house. It comes with Rex, and Charlie's telling Rex that he's gonna cook him up some ribeye steaks. And then Rex just lays down on his bed, and Charlie sits beside him, petting him, saying he's proud of him.
You're so cute.
It's adorable. See, see, you get like softy Charlie when it comes to like Evelyn and Rex
And then eventually Sarah.
and Sarah, and then you get terrifying with Mankiewicz. And that's the end of the episode, actually.
Damn
So,
train.
no, it's nice. I live in the city now. Or when I've always lived in the city, but I live in downtown, which means I don't have a life flight helicopter flying past my window at 2 in the morning. Instead, I have assholes on really powerful bikes. But and fireworks for the Pirates games because I live near PNC Park, and that's all I'm saying about my location. Anyways, so those are all the notes at least for the episode. I do have some final notes. I just want to shout out to Diesel's trainer or Diesel's handler, Sherry Davis, for keeping him safe during stunts and for giving us cool stunts like Rex tackling people,
Yep.
which becomes a regular thing.
Yeah.
So shout
Also,
out to Sherry Davis.
and also the fact that she taught Diesel a certain phrase to go with John, and it's like, go with John. And he immediately goes and sits right in front of John, looking up, like, all right, let's go. Let's do this.
Um,
Because remember in
it's
that one interview, and John just looks down and just waves at him and doesn't even react. That's my favorite part. It's so cute.
and you can actually see even the evolution with John and well, I think the relationship between Charlie and Rex parallels John and Diesel's in how
Connection.
like
Yeah.
later in later seasons you can see how like better they are together
Hmm.
because like they have more of a rapport. Also, they've been working together longer, so like I was wondering what you were laughing at. Then I just saw that. Oh, Perry. Yeah. Shout out to Sherry Davis. Also, this is more of a trivia fact, but Diesel's nephews are his stunt doubles,
That's
and they
adorable.
do appear in later episodes as well.
And isn't he like related to the original Commissar Rex, German Shepherd?
So, yeah, so Hudson and Rex is a adaptation of an Austrian show called Kommissar Rex. I'm gonna have to get my Gaffner, my fellow Austrian, to confirm the pronunciation for me. But
Anytime, Barry. Anytime.
it, yeah, Diesel is actually related to the original Commissar Rex.
That's adorable.
I want to say on Wikipedia it said it was 13th,
Hmm.
like 13th generation,
Yep.
and And as I said previously in later episodes, Diesel's nephews will also appear.
They're so cute.
They are.
I just want to lay down and just have them just doggy pile on top of me. That would be the most
Be able
awesomest
to
way to die.
breathe.
I would die.
That's like 500 pounds of dog.
And I glitched. But no, that's the point. That would be the best way to die.
Oh my god. This under- uh,
I am sorry. Hot Cheetos and caffeine do not mix.
mm,
Oh, and sugar.
oh, God. Moving on. So I kind of just started. So this kind of goes to the story of how I discovered the show. But basically, just discover the show. This is going to sound stupid, but it was a Facebook. The videos that like appear on Facebook of like clips of TV shows. And I saw it and I realized it's Hudson Rex. I was like, this actually kind of looks interesting. So I found out it was on Up TV and Family in the US. So I started watching it on there, but then I didn't get a chance to like finish it before I lost my access to Up Family or Up Faith and Family. So I found another way to watch it. And got Alex roped into it.
Yep. And now that I'm on internet streaming TV, it comes on the Ion Mystery Channel, and it's like it's a marathon of like season 1, season 2, like bits and pieces of it,
Yeah.
and I can't stop staring at Charlie every time he runs because it's comical to me the way that he runs. It's funny. And I don't think John intended that to be hilarious to me, but every time he takes
No,
off
may not
running,
even
I start laughing. I literally start laughing and I can't stop.
not it
I
might
have
not even do it on
I
purpose. So.
I have too many shows because of this one, you, that I love. Leverage being one of them. Hence why I
Yeah.
have the box set of DVDs over there.
Uh, Going back to what I was saying, I like Hudson Rex for the same reasons I like Leverage, in that it's fun. That's the only way I can describe it.
and
It's
and
fun.
it's sort of a found family in a way.
Yeah, because you see the dynamics, even in this episode. But yeah, that's the main thing I got after watching the first episode was it's just fun. And it's pretty good.
And I've kind of roped my dad into it.
Oh.
Oops. Oops. Didn't mean to. It just happened.
I think you did mention that to me.
And you found it funny as hell.
I did. I did find it funny. So I also really like the duality of Charlie going from like softer to being kind of scary. Chemistry between Sarah and Charlie. And I also love how each character is introduced because I feel like it kind of fits with each character. and how they like are portrayed, and then how they grow later on. And those were all my notes. Did you have any more notes, Alex?
Nope. And like I said, I only had like one page.
Do you have any other
I just
thoughts?
I just love how this kind of highlights a different part of Canada that we don't normally see,
Yeah, because
and it's just freaking funny to me that um that part of Canada is so French influenced, and I love
because
it.
where Hudson Rex is filmed is St. John's, which is in uh, Newfoundland, Canada, which is along the eastern coast, which is where we see a lot of like stuff with the ocean and a lot of shipping and boats. So, is there anything else that you think we missed?
Nope.
Uh, So I guess I'll. Yeah, I don't really have any other thoughts other than I just I think this is a really good episode showing what the relationship is between the characters and also showing what the show's about. So that's everything. I'm gonna start wrapping up then. So I'd like to thank parent company napco.org, our friends at West PA Systems. If you want to support the podcast, you can go on our Ko-Fi, Films and Fandoms, and buy a coffee to support us because this ain't cheap. It's
I'm sorry. That was funny.
it's true. Our Instagram is F and Fandoms with Kaylee and Lex. This is the link to our Discord, though it's probably expired. You could just look up. What? Why am I yawning? God damn it! You can look up our Discord, Films and Fandoms, our Twitch, Films and Fandoms. We are also on Facebook at Films and Fandoms. You can or you can look at my acting page, coastatolected.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at MissMovieFan_667, though technically that's X now. You can follow me on TikTok at MovieFan_67. You can follow Alex on Instagram at Alex_the_Alley_Cat. And same name on Twitter, Alex the Alley Cat. Same on TikTok. And also, you can follow our friends on Facebook at Mom Media Works. So, the next episode of Hudson and Rex we're going to be talking about is called Fearless Fruits. So, any last thoughts before I end?
I just want to say one thing. It's about damn time that we did this.
I know it's been so long. just one thing happened after another, and it just things have never worked out.
Yep.
But now I'm going back because I miss this.
So have I.
This is fun. So we'll see you in 2 weeks to talk Fearless Freaks.